gentlemen, this is what you've come for! This is hardcore! And this is for the WBC KHANOM title. And will be fought over 5 3-minute rounds and is brought to you by Sycon Civil. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming first to the ring from the blue corner, Baby Odd Albert Tua!
It's the remix. Come on.
It is main event time at Hardcore Promotions as the man they call Baby Yod makes his way to the ring, Albert Tua. One of Australia's favourite fighters, one of the world's best, makes his third appearance at Hardcore. The first time we saw him, he took out the 4-man eliminator, defeating Billy Coulter unanimously, putting Quinton Smith to sleep with a big left hand. And he's back in Melbourne to do it all again. And he's Petch Sitmonchai.
And his opponent fighting out of the red corner this evening. Please join me in welcoming Petch Sitmonchai!
The awesome Petch Sitmonchai, accompanied by the Muay Thai Mayweather, the great Lurdzilla. One of the most dangerous Thais in the country, Petch Sitmonchai. Undefeated in Australia, his last win against Alexi Petrulius, he won by devastating cup stoppage. A brutal fighter, strong punches, devastating low kicks, a record of 50, 30 and 6. Trained by Jacob Drendel and the team at Rama One, Petch Sitmonchai. Let's meet our fighters now with Dave Stockbridge.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is for the WBC KHANOM title and will be fought over 5 3-minute rounds and is brought to you by Sycon Civil. Introducing first from the blue corner, he's 23 years of age and stands 168 centimeters tall. He weighed in officially at 66.05 kilograms. Hailing from Samoa, fighting out of the Fight Society in Queensland, he has a record of 5 wins and 2 losses. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Baby Yod Albert Tua! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he's 25 years of age and stands at 176 centimeters tall. He weighed in officially at 66.15 kilograms. Fighting out of Rama One here in Victoria, has an impressive record of 50 wins, 30 losses and 6 draws. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ring, Petch Sitmonchai! Athletes Y Crew.
It is our main event brought to you by Sycon Civil. Albert Tua versus Petch Sitmonchai for the KHANOM title. Albert Tua, 23 years old, Sitmonchai, 25. Experience goes the way of Petch Sitmonchai, 50, 30 and 6. The record of Tua, 25-2. The height advantage will go the way of Sitmonchai. He is some 8 centimetres taller than Albert Tua. Can Tua catch him, the man they call Baby Yod? Sitmonchai ultra aggressive as both men do their Ram Muay Y crew.
All right, guys, 5 round full titles. Yeah, don't strike behind the head, don't strike on the groin. Once your pad is on the ground, don't make any contact. Good luck, catch gloves.
5 rounds for the KHANOM title, but will it go that far? Baby Yod, Albert Tua. What do they mean by Baby Yod? Well, the millennials hammer might think it's Baby Yoda out of The Mandalorian, but I'm pretty sure it's Baby Yodsanklai that he's referring to.
Absolutely. If you don't know who Yodsanklai is, look him up. One of the absolute greats. Winner of the Contender series, in which we were lucky enough to commentate that final live all over the world. Mark Burnett Productions.
Yod was so powerful a fighter, and four times he fought Wayne Parks. And Wayne said that every time he fought Yodsanklai, it took 10 years off his life. That's how powerful the great Yodsanklai was. Baby Yod, Albert Tua tries to emulate the great Yodsanklai Fairtex. Can he do so against Petch Sitmonchai with the great Lordzilla in his corner tonight? Michael Chevello, the Hammer, Mark Castanini with you. Our main event brought to you by Saigon Civil.
Two southpaw fighters, so two left-handeds. It's going to be interesting to see how this one goes. Yod, I feel, will take a short time to assess and then start to up the tempo, probably a lot quicker than Petch would maybe assume. But Petch has proved he can equip and adapt to any fighter in any situation.
Inside leg kick from Sitmonchai. Tua controlling, centering at the moment. Where's the outside leg kick? Double jab from Sitmonchai. Tua just waiting for the chance to let the nastiness out here in the form of the big tub-thumping left hand he possesses. There it is over the top from Albert Tua, the first taste for Petch Sitmonchai.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's only a matter of time before Tua gets busy with the hands, and he'll have faster hands and harder punches than Petch, but Petch will have a good counter plan to that. No doubt we'll look to clench him up and knee and try and control in the grapple.
Even the elbows, if they get inside, Petch Sitmonchai can slice, dice and fillet the face of Albert Tua. Big sweeping leg kick there from Sitmonchai.
Tua landed that head kick nicely though, so Petch did well to catch it after it bounced off his jaw.
Already shaping up for a gripping main event here.
Well, there's certainly levels in this game, and you're seeing a high-level fight just getting warmed up.
Outside leg kick misses the target from Tua.
Fight, guys, yeah? Fight, come on, fight.
Masamadi wants more action. It is the first round. It is traditionally a filling up process. High kick from Petch. Outside leg from Tua. High kick again from Petch. Tua almost leaned into it. Body shot to overhand left. Tried to take his head off, and a high kick. The headache maker. Now, Petch is within his right to kick him on his way down, but once he's down, he can't kick him. So long as he's still travelling, Hammer, it's legit.
Absolutely. As I said, you can see the level that these two are fighting at, Michael. This is elite stuff happening right here.
The intricacies, the subtleties, beautiful left cross down the tube there from Sitmonchai. Tua smiles at him, shows him he's still got a full set of teeth. Good release from Albert Tua. First round down, 4 to go. KHANOM title on the line. Brought to you by Sycon Civil.
One in, guys, one out.
Good
one
first
out.
round, absolutely. Both had their moments, but probably Petch.
Inside only, Victoria.
They'll be looking at Petch a little bit more favourable, I feel, these judges. Tua skipped through, looking for that big rear hand. There was a high kick. The Petch caught the high kick after it hit him and still managed to take Tua down. So I'm liking what I see from Petch Sitmonchai. The Sitmonchai fighters are generally also renowned for powerful low kicks as well.
Don't worry, that was accident. Leave it to me.
Once again, folks, October 19, we're back here at the Melbourne Pavillion. You heard Aaron Carter mention it earlier on. 8 women enter. Only one will survive. Unheard of in Australian Muay Thai females. $20,000 for the winner. It's a whole different ball game. When it's 3 fights in one night, you've got to win. You've got to try to run the gauntlet. Never been done to this size of purse before in Australia. 8 women, 1 winner. October 19, the next hardcore promotions. Hammer, in all these years, have you and I ever called an 8-woman tournament? We've called plenty of 8-men tournament, but I don't think we've ever called an 8-woman.
I think it's only ever been, in Melbourne, it's only been done once before, I believe. So from memory, that we weren't a part of that one.
Seconds out!
Well, there you go, folks.
Seconds out, come on, guys, out!
If we haven't seen one before, I'm sure you haven't. Join us, October 19. Second round, main event, KHANOM Tom title on the line. Albert Tua and Petch Sitmonchai. Cracking round kick from Sitmonchai. Oh. And another one! My word! That was agonisingly close.
Like a baseball bat being swung. The kicks from Petch.
Inside leg from Tua.
Tua, there's no room for error here. He's going to need to keep his hands up. Tua bouncing as well, so not being stagnant in front. He knows he doesn't want to be a sitting target. He's using his feints. He's using a continual movement to try and phase Petch and set up different attacks and counter attacks. Oh, look at the Tua throws himself with the kick.
If Sitmonchai had a baseball bat, Albert Tua with a katana trying to lop the head off Sitmonchai. Overhand left, stuck him with that one. It's a javelin of a left hand, a harpoon, a catapult of a left hand on Albert Tua.
Well, there's those big low kicks. I said Sitmonchai fighters are generally, equipped with those big low kicks. Tried an axe kick. Love it. Something different. Sitmonchai kicking array is vast and deadly. Tua trying for the body shot.
Sitmonchai, gloves high, switching between southpaw and orthodox. A lot of reddening on his inside right thigh, courtesy of the inside leg kicks. There's another one from Albert Tua. He goes for a second. There's another connecting inside leg kick from Albert Tua. Those will score for Tua. Baby Yod mincing up that right leg of Sitmonchai.
That left or that lead jab. It would be a right jab actually for Tua as his southpaw. Into the clinch they go. Interesting to see what happens here.
Let go.
Tua shuts it down.
Under a minute to go. Second round set for 5. A fantastic main event. Big overhand left.
I love the movement of Tua.
He's enjoying himself. As Hammer said, agile on the balls of his feet, not being flat-footed, not remaining a stagnant target for Sitmonchai to tee off on. Front kick from Sitmonchai. Tua inside thigh kick lands again. One of the prime scoring techniques for Albert so far. And once more from Tua.
Great reaction time from both of these athletes. Loading, defensive movement as fast as the offensive movement.
Good check from Tua.
Oh,
left hand!
Top.
He drops it with the left hand!
Beautifully timed punch. Sitmonchai bounced straight back to his feet though. I've got to give him that, Michael. Not even a little in the fog, but it did catch him.
No flash knockdown, says the referee. A legit knockdown for Albert Tua. My word.
That rear hook or rear overhand just executed beautifully. And Sitmonchai's, he's never faced anyone that's moved like Tua, and that's always the case with most of Tua's opponents. The rhythm, he breaks rhythm. He doesn't get into that, the trance, tie, bounce, foot to foot. He's moving, he's freestyle. He breaks range quickly. For me, one of my favourite fighters on the circuit, absolutely.
Albert Tua setting the Melbourne Pavillion on fire in that second round and dropping Petch Sitmonchai just before the bell with a big left hand. All right, Hammer, it's time to play coach now. Sitmonchai taking a trip to the canvas in that round. What are you telling Petch Sitmonchai to do in the third round?
I think he's got to up his tempo. He's standing there waiting for Tua to do something. And if he doesn't read it well, you see what happens. He's going to get caught. So he needs to also move. He needs to potentially attack a bit more. He's sitting back and counter-fighting. And against someone like Tua, that's not going to end well because he'll change the game. He'll change the levels. He'll change his attack style and rhythm, and you just have to make one mistake and you're looking closely at the canvas.
All right, we are ready to rock and roll again. It's our main event here at Hardcore Promotions, brought to you by Sycon Civil, and it's a ripped order. Final instructions for Baby Yod, Albert Tua. Everything going according to plan so far for Albert Tua, but never, ever rule out Petch Sitmonchai. The great Lurdzilla in the corner of Sitmonchai.
Not good. Check.
Third round of 5. KHANOM Tom title on the line. High kick from Petch.
He needs to go first. He needs to pull that trigger first. Because if he sits back and lets Albert initiate. High kick for high kick.
What evasion there from Tua. Like he was playing reverse limbo. Leg kick, good counter from Tua.
I reckon if Tua gets it done here tonight, this will be one of his greatest victories, without a doubt. A big name for him to have on the resume.
Albert Tua, house on fire! Second knockdown on Sitmonchai.
7.
Well, Albert Tua, as I said,
right.
just when you think you've got a read on him, he's going to do something that you cannot, predict. Body, goes to the head. He knows that Sitmonchai is going to try and counter him with the elbow.
Oh, he's wobbled!
He's
wobbled! Sitmonchai on rubber legs. Here comes Tua. Here comes the pain. Albert Tua is taking it up to Petch Sitmonchai.
He'll look for that uppercut now, Tua.
Spinning back fist to a high kick. It's a crazy display from Albert Tua.
Just an absolute showman. As I said, without a doubt, one of the best in the country, and certainly someone I want to see a lot more of. Level changing, and so unpredictable, yet so entertaining. And so
good night, Irene! Good night, Irene! Good night, Irene! It's one of the all-time great knockouts! It's one of the all-time great knockouts! He planted him like a tree!
Well, just as I said, Michael, you can't read what he's going to do. He comes at angles. He'll do things that you cannot expect, and that's why he's my favourite. Albert Tua.
Open the fridge!
Something special here tonight.
Open the fridge! Sitmonchai is out cold! He planted him like a tree! The flying knee from hell! Oh, Hammer! That is one of the greatest knockouts of all time!
Well, I can't wait to see that one on replay, and no doubt it will be replayed over and over and over, and it'll only once again solidify what a great fighter and an exciting fighter Tua is. Have a look at that. Got airborne higher than an AFL footballer. Let the knee go. Devastating style. And look at the action. Absolutely cracking main event here on this hardcore show.
As you said, Hammer, the greatest win now of Albert Tua's career, and did it in style. A knockout that will be shown for years to come. It will adorn social media tonight, and within the next few weeks they'll be showing it over and over again. The flying knee from the depths of hell by Baby Yod Albert Tua. This was the performance of a lifetime.
That's all she wrote. Tua, highlight reel king, delivers another highlight to show just how exciting and devastating of a fighter he is. Queensland's own Albert Tua.
Blue corner.
From Fight World.
Leave the gloves on, Jacob. Leave the gloves on.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by way of third round knockout at 1 minute and 45 seconds from the blue corner, and new WBC KHANOM Top Champion, Albert Baby Tua. Well done. Albert, what a spectacular performance, mate. I was fortunate enough to be sitting right next to your corner. You were receiving the instructions well. You got a great combination of fantastic coaches and natural talent, and it was all on show here at Hardcore tonight. Mate, congratulations on the title, but more importantly, well done tonight. A lot of people to thank when something like this happens. I'm sure you've got a few names.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank my family and my trainers for coming out, for the help they put me in this fight camp. Had a bit of a rough fight camp, but it is what it is. We're here, we got the title, and that's all that matters.
Fantastic, mate. Lot of fans in the room here tonight as well. A lot of support here for you. Mate, congratulations. Fantastic effort. Spectacular performance. We can't wait to see what happens next.
I can't wait to see what happens next. So, yeah.
Well done, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, your new WBC Nai KHANOM Tom Champion, Baby Albert Chua!
What a way to end an amazing night of Muay Thai with Albert Chua delivering one of the all-time
Well, ladies
great
and gentlemen,
knockouts.
we thank you very much for coming along tonight at Hardcore, whether you are here at the Melbourne Pavillion or watching around the world. We can't wait for Hardcore next. We'll see you then.